Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Monster Loves You. Last time was the ending of the Fierce Legacy, and we're about to go in once more. And I know this is starting to get really repetitive, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go through all the basic legacies first, of just essentially keeping it all through the beginning. Once those are done, I'll move on to the what am I trying to say here? The ones that go past, instead of melting into the vat, we'll instead ascend to an elder and go into those. But I'm trying to get all the ones that are done first. So bear with me. If you feel like you need a break from it, just go away, get in some action before you come back for a story time. This is more of just like a bedtime story thing lately, and that's just kind of how it feels to me, and it's probably how it's starting to seem to a couple of you guys. It's just this is kind of just evolving into story time right before bed. But anyway, let's get into it. Help me begin your story. How does it go again? Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters called the whale mist. That's right. Long ago, nestled in the heart of the forest, was the monster village of Omen. You are born from slime that holds the memory of monsters known for. We've already done all the actions and attitudes, so it's time for words and thoughts. Kind, intelligence, and honesty. Oh, for some reason I couldn't find the kind. Alright, so we're gonna go for kind legacy? Wasn't that what we had? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay, so that's what's going on. Kindness is a part of, has both actions and words. So that one's kind of tricked me a bit. So I guess we're going for the cleverness legacy instead of the kindness again. Alright. Your body is turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's time to be born. Okay. Here we are. Time to be born. You awaken in the chilling season, just as the air begins to turn crisply cool. So, fall? Alright. Onward! Your eye is open. You're born a morsel. Just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing, and stealing food from each other. Okay. Yes, but born from what is the question? Ooh, this is different. From the slime. What do you think? What is this thing? Slime. It's the stuff monsters are made of. You don't mean we're actually born from the slime, do you? Look, it's just like mold and mushrooms. It's just the sticky side of nature. When the spark of light enters a colloidal gel, monsters just happen. Fascinating. Try to swim. Another morsel swims toward you. It opens its mouth to show a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you. What? No, this isn't tolerable. Well, actually, I've never done this one. Eee! Swim away from the toothy morsel. Swim! You kick with new legs and paddle with new arms. Squeak! Squeak with a new mouth and cry tears of slime from your glistening eye. The aggressor is left in your wake. It turns and latches onto another morsel. What? Wait. Kindness or keep moving? Well, I've never done this one before, so let's try and lure. You squeak and splash the violent morsel until it turns away from its prey. It swims at you. Lead it away from everyone, then escape. Let it take another bite of you to keep it busy. Let's try and lead it away from everybody. You keep squeaking as you swim, just slowly enough that the other morsel will continue to pursue. It's getting tired. Time to go. Bye-bye! As the violent morsel slows to a stop, you speed up. You leave it in an empty part of the spawning vat, there where it has nobody to bite. Blah blah blah. Or later, hater. All right, splash, flutter, squish, splish, squeak. Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking towards the bottom of the spawning vat. Ignore it and swim on. Too bad these things happen. Oh no, that's terrible. We can get some more intelligence points from if we go with this option, but I've never done the other two. Does the other two just ignore it? Too bad but these things happen. You watch the half-formed baby monster slip beneath the surface. It begins to break apart. Ooh, wow. You swim down and take a bite out of the weakling. Just stumbling upon a whole bunch of new stuff. Ooh, what do we got? Confront the harsh reality of let it die. Sure. That one was just kind of, like, stuck on me. You gaze, unblinking, as the little morsel dies. The weakling's limbs stick to slimy clumps on the bottom, then tear away from its body. Continue to observe. This death, it's fascinating. The little morsel's mouth forms a terrified, toothless O, and then splits in 3 directions, forming the center of the fault lines that destroy its torso and head. Don't look away! Don't look away! The last you see of the morsel is its eye, which, now without a lid, floats there, seeming to stare right back at you. Then it dissolves into sludge, and the sludge dissolves into nothing. Well, we all have to go sometime. Poor thing died before it could live. You have grown too big for the spawning vat. You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling. Got any advice? You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty. What kind of monster will you be? Indeed. To the bird cave. And adventure! Here we are. Ta-da! Snark. Bark. Bark at a dog, park on a lark. Interesting choice of words. On to adventure. Ooh, so many different things. Eeny, meeny, miny. What's the door? On a walk around the cave, you notice a closed door set into the back of the wall. You don't remember seeing it before. Why would a closed door be in a cave? Because it's not ajar? Clever pawn. There are scratching and growling sounds coming from the other side. Your pulse begins to race. Quietly peek inside. Tell Marnus what you found, that you're reluctant to open the door. Open the door and face what's inside. Or look through the crack under the door. Can we see anything? You can't really see anything, but it was a good thought. Alright, well, if we can't see anything, let's just open it up. Haha. Glopclaws tumbles out and covered in green goo. She got stuck inside a storeroom full of rotting algae scum. Wait, why hasn't anyone noticed this door before? Glopclaw raises one pincer and blushes. It was covered with algae. I found it when I ate the stuff. Ah, okay. That's how it works, huh? Okay. What's... Alright, let's dig. Dig. Gobclaws pulls you to a side... blah, 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 blah. I cannot speak today. Gobclaws pulls you into a side tunnel. There's something under there, she says, pointing at a huge pile of bat guano. Will you help me dig it out? I mean, we could go take a bath later. I don't think I've ever ran into this one. Alright, let's see what's under there. Fine. Shut up. Gobclaw starts digging on the left, and you dig on the right. She's right. There's something solid under all this poop. Great. Okay, dig deeper, get stinky, and beat Gobclaws to whatever it is, or work together in perfect harmony. If we work together in perfect harmony, that means we get out of this faster. 4 claws are better than 2. Let's do this. And hey, that's some honesty points. The two of you uncover plenty of animal skulls, way too big for them to have been eaten by bats. Perhaps a family of badgers was sleeping here. And then thousands of bats had to poop all at the same time. Okay. Yes, that's probably it. Gobclaw seems disappointed that she didn't find anything more interesting, but it was still a good day of digging practice. Oh, joy. Lovely. Anyway, looks like we got almost a gold in cleverness. Oh, okay, what's this one? We're hanging off of something. Ah, a tiny cat scampers into the cave, followed by a worried Mumsy Morel. The cat leaps and climbs coming to rest on a high ledge. Watch. The little cat sits on its high ledge, licking one paw and staring down at Mopsy Muriel. Mopsy stares back up at the cat. Who's Mopsy? Mopsy? Who's that? Mopsy makes something called the Omen Harbinger for the few monsters who can read. She's one of the older elders. Her head looks like a mushroom? Or a brain? That's an interesting image. Alright, is Mopsy writing a story about the cat? She might be. She doesn't look hungry. Regardless, the little cat seems upset that it wasn't consulted in the matter. Let's see. Climb for the kitty. Offer some lichens and mushrooms to the kitty. You don't care about cats. Alright, if you go after a cat, it's never gonna come to you. You gotta offer something to it. You stand at the bottom of the cave holding up pawfuls of fungus and autotrophic hybrids. The cat ignores you. Throw something at the cat. Yeah, because that'll work. This isn't working. Try some other kind of food. You dig out a dead rabbit you were saving for later. It's still quite fresh, and the cat comes running to take a bite. Jackpot! Or Jack Cat. Or something. You stand before Mopsy Muriel holding the little cat. She says, "Oh, thank you." No, it's not our cat. Even if we did sacrifice a rabbit for it. Mopsy says, "Well done, little one. I'm going to put a note about this in the next issue. Yay, you'll be famous. Ah! Everybody will know about us before we're even getting there. You're halfway towards becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can." Okay. You're kind of in the way of that, but alright. Scrapcoat's probably going to get me kindness. Let's go here. Changel sits by herself, kicking pebbles. She's clearly upset about something. You live in the smelliest cave in the world. What could be wrong? Changel frowns. Not a bad dream. I cried in my sleep. Weemy heard me and now he's telling everyone I'm a fraidy morsel. I help Changel with her weenie problem. Tell Changel she shouldn't shake her head and then change your subject. Ooh, decisions. Where do we want to go? Help Changel with her problem or deal with it herself? What the hell. We'll add a little bit of extra kindness in there. Weemy is right over there by the lichen problem, chatting with Nash and Blistry. Changel cringes as he waves at her. Let's see. Confronting in front of the other monsterlings is not gonna help. I already know that much. You know what? It doesn't matter what Weemy says. Oh, whoa. Everything. Everything all at once. You convince Changel that nobody's going to care by the end of the day. She listens and begins to smile. And Weemy? When Weemy sees that Changel's not upset anymore, he sighs and stops telling the story. Just as you predicted, everyone forgets by supper time. Supper time! Yay! Supper time! That's all that matters. Why am I smiling here? Hello? Nash and Godclaws are racing to the ceiling of the cave. They've already climbed way up when Godclaws invites you to join them. You don't see a good way up, though. Look at the paths they took and copy them. Excuse me. Make a fair effort, but stop before you get hurt. Just face up to it and admit you aren't much of a climber. Alright, let's take a look at the past, because we're trying to do the intelligence, cleverness, whatever. You follow Nash's claw marks halfway up the cave wall and then slip sideways to where Godclaws was being more careful. You meet them at the top, to their surprise. Okay, that worked. Alright, where are we going? Ooh, eeny meeny, what's this? Ah, here we go. Elder Jaggery walks into the cave, rocking from foot to foot. He howls and slams into a wall, then falls unmoving to the floor. Monsterlings... That's a pause. Cannot read today, apparently. Monsterlings scatter away from him, his still form. Alright, there's something interesting. I know I've broached this subject once before, but it wouldn't hurt to do a refresher. You've never seen a monster look this hurt before. Usually you can get smashed into a pulp and be up on your feet again by dinner time. Jackery's body is really damaged. That's scary. Okay. Okay. So stand back and observe for a moment, or someone's got to help him. So he's unmoving on the floor. He's in pain. Something's got to be done. Let's go do it. You creep over, afraid but determined, and see a human's metal knife stuck in Jaggery's back. He's leaking from the wound. Ugh, yawning. He's leaking from the wound. You think he might die before help can get here. You know what? Let's pull out the knife. If he's gonna die, let's do it. And there it is, advanced neurosurgery. That's a hidden trait hanging about. You grasp the knife in your little claws and pull, then rock it back and forth and pull some more. A gush of red covers you, but Jaggery starts to breathe normally. Okay. Yay, we saved him. But advanced neurosurgery is a hidden trait, and you can actually get an ending for it. I will be covering that one in one later as I continue doing this game, because I do intend to eventually go through all of the endings. So let's get this last adventure ending going on. And what's this? Nash shows you a rock. It's the best rock in the whole cave. It looks a bit like a sleeping rabbit, but it's otherwise ordinary. So she can find better. Nash is always slapping you. Slap the rock out of her claws. She's dangerous. Tell a white lie. I think you can do better than that. Nash scowls and shakes the rock at you. You're lucky I'm not gonna break this against your hard head, soft skull. Uh-huh. You know what? We're not really high on the ferocity. I say we pick a fight. Rawr! Your bared claws get Nash's attention. I just don't want you to embarrass yourself showing off that crappy rock. She considers your words, then drops the rock and thanks you. Okay. Because apparently that's the only way you're going to get through to Nash is just straight up smack her. Smack her. Oh my. You wake up and find that you're no longer a little monsterling. You're growing up. Wow! Elder Marinus calls the oldest monsterlings together in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave. You can tell it's late. I'm yawning. Let's hide and watch and see what's going on. You squeeze behind a big boulder at the back of the cave. There's a wide tunnel behind it, big enough for an elder. Ha! They'll never look here. Oops! Marinus slides the boulder aside. She and the other monsterlings are surprised to find you there. I'll pretend you were waiting for them. Admit that you were hiding. Admittedly, I've never done this one. Let's see what happens. Oh, says Marinus, you're certainly eager to go. Well, hey, I gained us cleverness. Yes, eager indeed. Marinus shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that among dozens of forking passages. Keep going. Marinus stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points to the pit, which seethes with thick mist. Okay. This is going to knock us on some bravery points. And eventually we're just going to have to go right in. Let's just jump. Because I'd rather gain instead of losing. You fall, Anne. Fall some more. And fall. And you're falling. And these other monsterlings are falling? Maybe? Possibly? Yes! Some of them are crying. And you can't see through the mist. Where is the fog? I don't know. Maybe clouds. Moans and groans and whispering screams. Where is this? It must be somewhere. You land on smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as bone. You hear other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, still falling. And I wish I could see while I'm trying to make a decision, but I guess that's mostly trying so that way you don't try to sway a specific way. Whatever, get out of the way. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out of here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic, while others look determined. You should take charge. Maybe. I say we take charge. Rawr! The other monsterlings watch you, curious. Let's help everyone work together. I mean, I already avoided gain a little bit of extra kindness, even though I, just avoided cushioning somebody else. You lead the other monsterlings in a rousing song. Putting aside their trepidation, they advance into the twisting passages. Soon you have all convened in a cave full of even thicker mist. Where is everyone? We can't see each other. The chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, vapor. Except it's not any of those. It's ghosts! Hundreds of them, large and small, they're everywhere. Spooky. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors. Stand fast. The ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant, all in unison. They ask, "Do you fear?" Wait and say nothing. The ghosts stare into and through you as though you're the one made of mist. One sharp voice speaks from behind you. "Why are you here?" Bide my time. I haven't done this one before, so I'm tend to go like... A small ghost coils around your foot like a cold, wet snake. The ghost moans, "Will you lend us some of your blood so we may go on?" How much? There's a lot of you here. We've already tried attacking them. Attacking won't do anything. So let's see what happens if they give them our blood. Ooh, bravery points. The ghosts draw closer and closer, unraveling their bodies into ropes of fog like the tentacles of some great clammy squid. Is that supposed to be a reference? Their eyes grow dim, and you think you see fangs? Let them drink deep, trusting that they will take only what they need, or watch them and stop them if they take too much blood. I mean, it's our blood, but should we trust? No, let's. I'm a little bit more iffy about them. Let's watch them. You get ready to back away if necessary, then realize they're all around you, biting and drinking. You feel dizzy, fall down into unconsciousness. Well, we've been conceited. We've been dizzified. We're a little high on kindness. Yep. Stats for the time. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. Alright, let's start living. One kind, mine. Fuck. One of the more common-looking ones. I like the one where we're on the little ball better. Into the big, bad world. Alright, time for adventure. More adventure. Alright. What do we got here? Decisions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 total, so we can get all but 2. Let's start here. You, Nash, and the Scrap Goat are having an impromptu picnic in the street. The fresh moss you dunk in your tea is delicious. Some birds, twittering and chirping in a friendly way, circle and land among the crumbs. Okay. The birds start pecking at the crumbs, but then they start hopping onto you and pecking at you too. You have crumbs on you, and they want them. Right now! See how they like it. Peck the birds back. They're harmless. Or see how they like it. Eat the birds. And they're not really doing that much damage, so let's just see how they like it. See how they like it. Peck! You peck furiously at the birds until most are vanquished. The rest of the picnic is peaceful. Nash gives you 2 claws up, and the Scrap Goat seems impressed as well. Yay! We've impressed the Scrap Goat! Because impressing the Scrap Goat is where it matters. Alright, so let's go up here into the clouds. Suddenly, a stinging rain pours down. Everyone scatters and gets under cover. Even Blistery and Smark. Ugh. No, let's not jump and howl in the rain. Let's just go undercover. Because it gets us cleverness. While the rain pours down, you cuddle with Blistery and Smark under the bleachers. You know what? I can never wait quietly. I don't know if you guys have this problem too, but it's just I've never been one to sit quietly and wait. I always have to be doing something. So let's go play a game. You take turns opening your mouth and falling to the falling rain, trying to suck up all the drops. Unfortunately, you choke and spit a mouthful of water at Smark. Okay. Apologize or do it again. Apologize or do it again. Do it again. Blistery spits water on you. Smark splashes a puddle at both of you. And you all spend the rest of the storm making your own fun in the pooling water. Yay! If we had apologized, we'd have gotten more kindness, but I'm trying to get cleverness to, like, go over kindness, so that way it's my main stat. Because I am trying to go for the cleverness ending. But first we're going to get into a fight. You hear screams, shrieks, and cheers, and you come running. And, I cannot read. You hear screams, shrieks, and cheers, and you come running. The oldest monster is fighting a challenger. Even the elder monsters flee to a safe distance. They know this could turn out badly. Get some cleaning done instead. Trying to stop the fight. I don't think you want to ever try this one. I think that's just going to get in the way. What happens if I choose this one? You didn't watch the fight, but your front stoop and hovel windows are spotless. Okay, so we just spent the time cleaning house. That works. Alright, I think I know what this teeth one is, that I don't want to do it. Let's see what goes to the path outside. It's such a nice day today. Perfect weather to wander outside of town. Though you're not really supposed to leave Omen until you're older. Just take a nap in the sun right here in Portland Square. I say we walk the forest path near Omen. Bravery. What glorious weather. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, squirrels are squirreling things away in their squirrel homes. I think we can do one more. You really don't see why young monsters are supposed to stay in town. What's going to hurt you out here? A squirrel? A tree? Keep walking on the path. It didn't give me an option. Oh, what's that? You think you see a bear? Or is it a human? It was just a twig snapping. Everything's fine. That could be trouble. Turn around and go home. I think we've hit trouble. Let's go. Good idea. You avoid further trouble and spend the rest of the day sunning yourself. Got a few bravery points, but that was about it. Let's try this. Not getting much on the way of cleverness, but I don't think I'm being able to run into the very many. Elder Marinus leads you, Blistery and Varrock, into the forest. She points to a stand of purple berry bushes and says, "Eat your fill, little ones." What's this about? I don't care, bravery. Marinus smells down at you. I noticed the berries were ripe, that's all. What are you afraid of? What? You afraid they'll make your tummy hurt? No. No? Still not gonna eat every berry in sight. Yeah. You exercise restraint, consuming berries until they're full and no more. Elder Marinus says, it's alright. You can eat more if you want to. What's she up to? Hold back. Or, alright, let's eat more then. What's she up to? That's what I was looking for. Varrock gorges himself on berries, eating and eating until his skinny little body is plump and quivering. Blistery has stopped eating, just like you. What happens next? Marinus rolls Varrock back into town, where the young monster is squeezed until all his slime has oozed out. The slime is purple and delicious. Is Varrock okay? He's unconscious, but he seems to be no worse for the wear. Alright, what happens to the berry slime juice? Elder Hammerong makes pancakes for everyone, and the sticky purple stuff turns out to make a delicious syrup. Okay. Because that's a thing. That's a thing indeed. Okay, we got 3 more days. Let's see. What's with the feather? Something smells good. You and Gobgloss find a trail of feathers at the edge of town. Following, you find an eagle with a bleeding wing. Is that good? For several hungry monsters? Possibly. For two small ones? Maybe not. This eagle is big. And hurt or not, he could probably mess you up pretty badly. You know, I've never tried to take him on. I've never touched that one. Well, let's give it a shot, see what happens. Well, so what? He's wounded. You can take him. Whoops. Squawk. Caw. Caw, caw, caw. Caw, caw. Shoo, shoo. Those are eagle noises in case you couldn't tell. Yeah, he's not so tough. Everyone stares at you as you and Gobclaws drag the delicious carcass into the center of the cave. There's almost too much to finish. Okay, so apparently two monsters can take it on. Good to know. That also got us no cleverness whatsoever. Alright, what's up here? Outside your house, Nash Nash charges from a nearby bush and sends you tumbling. Challenge! She screams out at the top of her voice. It's on! Leap at her and crush her. Square off and wait for Nash Nash to make a mistake. Take turns slapping each other. Decline your challenge. Let's go with this one. There! Nash Nash swings and misses. Take your shot or wait for a better opportunity. Swings and misses. I say let's take our shot. You lunge forward and knock her out. The day is yours. You look around proudly, but nobody noticed your little scuffle. Okay. What would have happened if we dragged it out a little bit more? But okay. And I say we see what happens. Ah, this is the squeak thud, squeak thud. Squeak thud. You follow the odd sound until you find Gobclaws. She's dragging a dusty, broken wagon back home. It looks like hard work. And you know, I've never touched this one. This has just kind of been the thing for new things to touch. Click on. Cheer her along and taunt her a bit. Despite your tears, Gobclaws can't drag the wagon home any faster. When she's done, she slams the door in your face. Okay. Sorry, Gobclaws. I just had to know what would happen if you clicked it. Adolescence is fleeting. You've grown beyond youth and become an adult. Yes! You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. Alright. The what? What? Who? The where? Why now? They tell you it's time to grow up. You're taken into the woods. Okay. The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. Get on, getting on. Come on. The monsters murmur, mutter, spit, and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster. Wait patiently. After a while, the muttering stops, though the murmuring goes on for some time longer. Finally, the assembled monsters come to a decision. Well, what is it? The ring of monsters shuffle closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. Oh, wait. What's happening? This is the end of your adolescence. Your body becomes tougher and other grown-up monsters will be more likely to listen to when you speak. Okay. The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. The elders loom over you while what do they want from you now? You see concern in some of their faces, but very little respect. So what? Does a monster need respect to grow up? You can become an adult without earning any respect, but when the time comes, all too soon, to become an elder, you'll dissolve and pass away without it. Okay. Alright, let's wait for them to assign a task. Someone calls you clever, and an unseen monster in the back agrees, yeah, you're a real know-it-all. You knew it. Someone gives you a tangled up ball of wires and a little glass bulbs, a human artifact of some kind. Untangle it to prove you're smart. Are those Christmas lights? Okay, so carefully untangle the knotted ball of wires. Let's see what we get. Hey, we got +5. You squint, turn the ball this way and that, then find the worst part of the tangle and worry it free. It gets easier after that, and soon the whole ball is a series of clean loops. Yay! Lay the lightware on the ground and smile. Yay. 71's not bad. Yep, that's how we are. You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were young. Onward to adulthood. Next time. So, and that's going for cleverness, and I think we've gotten at least a little bit, I think we're decent with it, enough to get the ending. So next time we'll do the potluck and explore the well mist. So until then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, my beloved audience, I bid you adieu.